Hey, hello, how are you guys? And welcome to the month of December. Okay, so this is going to be a very special month. Why? Because this is entering of the red energy and bye-bye to the pig energy. So for those of you who have snake inside their chart, I'm sure this month, last month, or this month, we call it November, it is a very, what you call, emotional month for you with two pigs around, pressuring your snake. And the good news is that, the worst is over. And since clash only happened once every 12 years, right? You're going to have a peaceful 12 years coming along. So when it is clash, you will be facing with what we call a great consumer. So after great consumer, you would have the minor consumer. So minor consumer basically is for you to spend money on happy item. So it's the month of December, it's Christmas, it's good that you have passed through the most harrowing year for yourself, buy something for yourself, like what I've done here. This is a new shirt, right? So it's a French cuffling shirt. So it comes with nice cuffling. Take a look at it, right? So the owner basically give me the cuffling for free. So happy, right? Right, so buy something for the people that you love, buy something for your own self, it's a happy month. So my name is Kevin, for those of you who have just first time seen me. So I'm the author of the book BaZi Road to Success. So I'm the resident consultant with the Joey Yap Consulting Group. So I've been featured in a lot of platforms, including TV like Bernama, radio, Melody FM, iProperty, Mastery Asia's. You want to look for me, you can go Google and just Google my name, Kevin Chan. So I have a blog. I also have a YouTube channel which basically do the monthly forecasting. So this month we're going to talk about month of December 2019, which is the Bingzi. So it's the fire red month. So take note that it is a combined month for anybody who have an ox inside the chart, and it's a clash month for anybody who have a horse inside your chart. So if you have a horse inside your chart, please do bear in mind that next year is the entire year is the year of the rat. So this is going to be the preview month for the entire year for those of you who has a horse inside your chart. Okay, so auxiliary star that is attached to this month is the heavenly Yi, Sun, and also Sky Noble. So these three are pretty much all nobleman star. So it helps dissolve all your problems. So it's a good year end for anybody who is basically having a snake inside their chart right now. So a lot of helpful things is coming up to basically help you to dissolve all your problem. So for those of you who have not printed your BaZi chart, do go and print your BaZi chart. Let me just turn on the slide, right, so that you all have the link. So take a look at it. So this is going to be from December 7th, which is about 4 more days to go before the transition until 5th January. So take a look at that. So so this is Bingzi for 2019. This is December. So this is the one that we're going to be looking at. And you can go down to www.joeyyap.com, BZ chart, to download your BaZi chart for free. Okay, so you need to locate your day master. So as usual, this program doesn't really look at the animal sign. I'm sure that you are very familiar with the animal sign, but I don't really use the animal sign a lot. So I will be using your day master. So once you downloaded your chart, you will look at your natal chart. So the circle one is basically your day master under the gold color column, the one on top. So you would have either one of the 10 different day master there. So I will go through all the 10 day master in relation to the month energy for you to know what you should be doing this month. All right, let's begin. So what we have here is the Jia Day Master, so which is the Yangwood Day Master. So the Yangwood Day Master right now, if you look at Bingzi, when it's translated into the 10 god, you are facing with an eating god on the stem and also a direct resource on the branch. If you look at the combination, even if you use the year, you will have the eating god, the direct resource, and also the direct wealth from your year. So these three are considered a very noble combination. So that's why you are very easy for you to basically get nobility help to solve a lot of your problems. So EG is the star of a generating option. So when you have EG inside you, the person are usually very creative in generating multiple options to solve problems. So now you have an EG star that come to you. Direct resource star is the star with a lot of knowledge. So they can use a lot of knowledge that they basically have to generate a lot of what you call option to solve problems. So this is going to be a really good month for any Jiawood person to put effort into solving a lot of problem that they have. So if you look at it, what they need to be careful of is actually going emotional. So you have your pig, which is water, and then you have your rat, which is also peak of water. So there's going to be a lot of water inside the chart right now. And when wood is facing with a lot of water, we have an issue whereby the wood may float. Okay, so a floating wood means that the wood doesn't have a direction. So caution of not to get what you call victimized by your emotional terrorists. So a lot of people might come and because you are in a noble mode, right? So you have solution for a lot of things. A lot of people might just come and seek your help for you to help solve their problem. So you need to look at your own capacity when you are solving people problems, so that it doesn't jeopardize yourself. So what you want to do is make a list of gratitude and also forgiveness that you want to do. It is year end, it is Christmas, right? It's good for you to basically go and show your gratitude and also dispense some forgiveness for those people along the year who have hurt you or maybe have disappointed you. So those are the ones that I'm asking you to do. So take a look at that. So next one is the Yi wood or the Yin wood counterpart. So Yin wood counterpart, if you look at it, is that the Bing fire would be translated into hurting officer, and then your Kui water, which is inside the rat, will be turning into indirect resource. So when you have the hurting officer on top, is a lot of time have to do with dragging attention to yourself. So again, year end, right? So I'm sure you have done wondrous thing inside the entire year, because your year is attached with the indirect wealth. So it's a wealth star, so you have done some outstanding achievement, right? So blow your own trumpet is fine. Go tell people what's your achievement, but make sure all the achievement are real achievement, right? So highlight things that is basically you have done. So what you want to be caution of is be careful of what you call documentation. So make sure everything that you are doing or you are claiming, it is substantiated by real documentation. So not too good if you are just doing boasting. So what you want to do, make a celebration list. List down all the achievement that you basically have. Now a lot of people like to write New Year resolution. You should write a New Year celebration. Just tell people that beginning of the year, I have this target coming out, and these are all the things that I have achieved, and best to tell them that this is the step that you use to basically achieve that, so that people will be inspired by the thing that you are doing. So that's something nice for you to do in the year end. Bing fire. So you take a Bing fire, if you want to take a look at it, Bing and Bing is basically friend star, and the red will basically bring in the direct officer. So when you have a friend star, it is always about sharing things together. It is always about the enjoyable moment. Everybody is cordial against each other. So great year end to basically bring all the friends together and remember those that have shared journey with you. Do them a favor as well at the end of the year, help them out. You do have the direct officer together with you, right? So you do have some nobility, you do have some authority right now. It's basically with you. It's time for you to use this authority and use this power that you gain, right, for their benefit. So things that you may want to be a bit more careful is being power drunk, what we call, because you are given authority, let's not let the authority goes up to your head. So just remember, right, the Kui water anyhow is a cloud. So when the cloud float against your Bing fire, it just take away your shine. So you do not want the direct officer to be too strong and take over your shine. You want to use the direct officer just as a small little boost to help boost the rest of the people up that is together with you on the entire year journey. So that's what you want to do. Use your authority to protect other people instead. So that's what the great thing that you can do about. So shield the people around your team. So it is year end. A lot of time year end you will have what we call appraisal. help your friend, help your colleagues around that help you, right? During the appraisal that time, because you have the authority style. When you speak, people listen. So do move your friend up a notch a bit, give them some credit. Those are the good things that you can do at the end of the year as a Pink Fire Day Master. Think Fire Day Master, another one of my favorite. So this one is good because Think Fire always represent what you call inspiring to other people. So the Think Fire is always the teacher star, they're the caring star that you have, So if you look at it, Think Fire is basically Rock Wealth with 7K. So now take a look at it. Rock Wealth 7K, both are very what you call aggressive star. Yeah, they are very, very aggressive type of stuff. So what you want to do is returning the favor. So those that stand in your way should feel the heat this month. So very aggressive. It's a good time to stop them on their track if you want to regain control of some of the progress. So time to mean business. So it's the end of the year, if you have things that need to be settled, settle it. That's the one that for you to basically get. Don't go into senseless vengeance. So put it in a way, 7 killing can be very vengeful. Rock Wealth also can be very vengeful in put that way. So make good point so that they know that you are serious, and then body down already, don't continue kicking. Right. So again, year end, you need to be a bit more gentle. It's going to be end of the year. Better to put your energy into planning for next year. That will be a good thing for you to do. So do what is necessary to get everything done. So any obstruction that is basically in your way, just remove it. Execute whatever need to be done. So again, year end is looming, right? Don't put too much energy into negative activity. So look forward next year. Next year going to be a marvelous year for you. So don't expend too much energy into negative activity. Let's take a look at Earth, the young Earth counterpart. Okay, young Earth counterpart, you need to do some wealth guarding. So because your year anyhow is going to be the Rock Wealth element that's going to be coming up. So save a bit of money for the rainy day. The red carries your wealth star. So the red is basically your direct wealth star that you have. Protect it. So keep your resource for next year better. Okay, so again, year end, you need to have some year end what you call strategy. So things that you need to be cautious of, again, because of the Rock Wealth seeing the direct wealth star. So there's going to be a bit of a spending, and this is going to be year end, and you do have an indirect resource star on top. So indirect resource star always is very intuitive and impulsive, you see. So they are very impulsive thing they're doing. So with a lot of year end sales coming along, you walk by, you look at it, hey, right, you may buy something that is over budget. So just take a look at that, be careful of it. So prioritize on saving. That's a very good thing for you to do. Again, year end, make sure that you got available funding for your next year battle. So you need to know, right, because what you have here, all the water year that is coming is basically your wealth star. So you should leverage on the coming few years to amass some wealth for yourself, and not to go into too much spending. Okay, so that's one is for Wu Earth. And you have your G Earth counterpart. So G Earth is always the mother element. So it's always great mother element. So you are presented with the resource star on top, with the indirect wealth star on the branch. So resource star, direct resource star is always a mentor star. So in the olden day, when somebody is trying to assess whether they should take you in as a student or not, the main criteria is that you need to have a good direct resource star. So now you have a direct resource star with you, So if you want to find somebody to guide you or mentor you, right, it's a good month for you to go and ask them. So for a mentor, you need to go and you have to go and proactively ask them for help. So if you do that this month, the answer will usually be yes. Okay, so just need to know that it is not an easy alliance. So when you take a mentor, there's fixed commitment that you need to do. So you may want to budget a bit on the commitment that you have. So commit to change. All right. So actually, you need to do is basically just to be committed to change. If you decided that you want people to guide you, you make sure that you are serious towards the change. That when people ask you to change something, you need to stay commitment to all the changes that you want to do. So it's a good year for you to gain a mentor. But as an exchange, you need to have the discipline to follow what the mentor guide you. So it's something for you to consider if you take a look at. Gung metal. Okay, so the gung metal have also is very what we call very aggressive. You have a 7 killing on top with a hurting officer at the bottom. So this is also a very aggressive what you call combination. So what I have is the last man standing is really all out fight to the end. So it is pressing the turbo button. So I think you have seen a lot of race car movie before, right? Fast and Furious. In the last mile they will kick in the turbo and let the car just dash in front. So it is about the same. So do whatever necessary to cross the line. So what you need to do, watch out for the cliff because if you're hitting the turbo, you don't know how to apply the brake, then that's going to be a problem. So aggression, when you go too over the limit, it can cause a lot of damage, especially the people around you. There are going to be people around you what we call collateral damage. So you don't want them to be hit by the collateral damage when you are going against your actual competitor. So just be careful of them. So focusing on your strength. So pick the most important target and go for the target. Remember the other people that is on your way, which is they are not involved. Give them ample warning so that they go away from the danger zone. All right, so those are the ones that you want to help people and do at the end of the year. So whatever target you have, pick one, go all out for it. Sin metal. Okay, sin metal have the officer star and also have the eating god star. So these are really, really good formation. So this one gives you formal recognition. So again, direct officer is always formal authority that's given to you. So you will be receiving a formal recognition for all the effort and contribution that you have made towards success of the goal. So you may want to prepare a speech, maybe, thank you speech for everything. So eating god, is very perfectionist. It is also kind of a very egoistic what you call a star. So please be careful of being too egoistic about it. Know your place when you are doing that. So they yes, you have done some achievement, but there are other people who have done better achievement than you. So don't try to overshine them. So you need to know your place. Go for a steady end. So what you need to do, design a more steady win for yourself. Take stock of all your achievement, and also you can associate them with those people who help you. So it is always good to share credits with people. People will remember you for the credit that you shared, because you need to know recognition doesn't come from thin air. So somebody has put in the effort to basically put you up there. Someone did help you, so you need to have the common courtesy to come and help people back. Give them credit for the thing that they are doing. Okay, run water, personal favorite, because this is my personal style. So take a look at it. So opportunistic gain is what we are talking about. So you got indirect wealth at the top. So indirect wealth is always have to do with being opportunistic. So being able to look at some gap. So be appreciative of it. So the one that you need to be a bit more careful is, there's a rock wealth at the bottom. So rock wealth, that it is something that is counter the wealth star. So it may be a situation whereby, you get something and then, something go back out again. But I think it's a happy situation. Again, year end, so don't sweat it about too much. So unfair advantage, because here's the thing, rock wealth, when it's combined with the indirect wealth, so indirect wealth know how to look at what you call gap. So the advantage that they know how to rock wealth know how to compete for the gap. So it is pretty much quite a good combination. But a lot of time when rock wealth come into play, people take a look at it, they may think that you are basically taking advantage of the situation, which in large sense maybe yes, because the other party didn't see the gap, you see. So now you see the gap, of course you're going to take advantage of the gap. So just be careful of people accusing you of having unfair advantage, right? So as usual, action is allow people to help you. So don't be shy, and then you don't need to take all the sport to yourself. Split it with other people. So year-end advice is always the same. It's celebrative time. Whatever that you have gained, try and share it out with other people that is around. So those are always good stuff for you to do. And finally, we have our Clearwater. So Clearwater for the entire year was actually quite a difficult year for them to pass through. Okay, so because they have a permanent 7 killing on the top and also a permanent rock wealth and hurting officer on the year, so all the 3 aggressive star is basically around for the entire year. So the Clearwater is basically in a typhoon mode for the entire year. So what you take a look at it, so they have a direct wealth and also a friend star at the bottom. So now they become more steady. People are starting to support them. They are whatever the what you call success that they're supposed to have is basically coming back to them right now. So become last man standing. Hectic year for them. Celebrate with the people who have supported you throughout the year. That's what Friend Star always for. When you see Friend Star, it is always about the support that is around you. So caution is, don't forget to celebrate. So in the heat of proving a point that you have win the entire year, that you are right, sometimes you may forget to celebrate. So let go of whatever happened, whatever the 11th month have happened, whatever bad, just let it go. Enjoy this good moment, have some friends around, celebrate it. So hold the sunshine. So what you need to do, weather is cleared, so Pink Fire is up, sunshine is there already. Enjoy the victory, work can continue next year, so don't be too worried about it. So those are all the 10-day master that we can talk about. So you can go to subscribe to joeyyap.com if you want more of this. So it will also go up on joeyyap.com on the YouTube channel. Go on it, and if you need some notes, just go to kevinchan.joeyyap.com to download the notes. So I will just turn off the slide right now and we will go into the Q&A session. So Q&A as usual, if you want to ask any question, please rate color boxes to ask question, or else I don't know which is chat, which is question. And you need to provide me with basically your day master and also your month of birth, and we will usually just concentrate on the career side of it, so there's even more. So I got Sok San here. How is career prospects for Clearwater Day Master born in Yin metal? So it's born in Sin metal. So Clearwater, you born in Sin metal is basically a resource star. So you take a look at it. The month is basically water month. So metal produce water. So if you take a look at that, right, the situation that you have Clearwater is that your resource star right now is being drained by people. So a lot of friends and rock wealth around, they are sharing your resource out. So if you're talking about looking at your career, now depending what resource is going out, so it can be physical resource, which is not really too good. It can be your time that's being spent out by them. It's best if you can share knowledge. Knowledge is always inexhaustible. So depending how you are doing at the thing. So if this month you are basically spending a lot of your time educating, helping, and also doing a lot of things with the people around you, sharing your knowledge with them, then it's going to be a marvelous month. But if you are putting too much time or too much other resource, basically time is the most expensive resource. Spending too much time with them, doing things that doesn't give you an actual return, then the month is going to be quite wasted. So depending on how you strategize the month. Ashley, right? Is pronounced as Ashley, right? How about finance for Sin Metal Day Master born in Yang Metal is also rock wealth? So Sin Day Master, when you are born in a Yang, so which born in Shen month, Yang Day Master. Okay, so if you're born in that, right, so it is a rock wealth structured. So take a look at that. So again, it is a friend structured water when it comes to it. So again, metal produces water. So a lot of ideas. It's going to be a month whereby you're going to given quite a lot of ideas. So good month. So it's good month for you to basically come out with solution, help people out. Try and search out any of the problem that probably haven't been solved yet, and end of the month already, I'm sure you have a lot of excess capacity because it's a celebrative month for the end of the year, not much work for you to do. No? Put some time, think of what you can do to help solve the problem. It's good. Put down on your time. Opportunity to find job for Yi Wood Day Master born in Mao month. So let's take a look at. So if you take a look at Mao and Zi, right? So the rat and also the rabbit actually they are not combined. They are not clashed. So they are part of something called uncivilized punishment. It's not something really nice to have uncivilized punishment. It has a lot to do with sexual harassment. Okay, so take a look at your job. Avoid sexual harassment. Type of situation. So if you are looking at looking for job, no push factor, no pull factor. So it's basically a neutral month if you take a look at the situation. So further look into the star that is basically presenting to you on Yeet again. Yeet, you have hurting officer, right? So if you want to look for a job, you need to advertise yourself. So you need to do some on your own self-advertising if you really want to look for a job. Okay. Vow, Wu Chen in month pillar. Okay, with D for a G-Earth Day Master. So G-Earth, looking at Chen is also a Rockwell structure. Does it combine with Bing Zi? Wu Chen combined with Bing Zi, Shen Zi Chen. So it's part of a half tree harmony combination. So it's monkey, rat, and also dragon. So you look at it. Opportunity to look out for career. So if you are using third party to help you, so every time when you have a tree harmony combination, it is always more than one party. So if you are using third party or you're using somebody to basically assist you to look for it, you are not directly looking for it. You need to basically be hunted by people. So somebody need to come and look for you, but you can always ask somebody to come and look for you, right? So it is not for you to go out; it's for you to invite someone to look for you if you are looking for a career. So next year you already have the dragon. The next year, the entire year is basically tree harmony combination. So you might want to use that. So that might be something that you want to do. Again, water is your wealth star. So if you're looking for increase in your wealth capacity, basically more work to do. So every time when we talk about wealth star, please do not think of money. Think of more work to do. That is actual translation for wealth star. All right, we got Melissa. Let's take a look at Melissa. Okay, Melissa, born in Yeetwood. All right, so again, another Yeetwood. Let me just scroll up to the Yeetwood and take a look first. So born in Yeetwood and Yin Earth month, is it a good month to accept a new job? If there's a new job offer, why not accept it? You don't need a good month or not a good month to accept the job offer. Right, so you don't really need to take a look at that. Lee got a pretty long question. Jia Yin Day Master, so it's a Jia Day Master. Month is Geng Wu. Okay, so just now mentioned that horse will clash rat next year. Can you elaborate more on the clash of the month pillar? So clash in month pillar is a change in your entire operating system. The way that you do things will be changed. So here's the thing: the month will include anything that inside your career. It can be change of your boss. It can be change of your colleague. It can be change of your working portfolio. So all of this will basically change. But the more important thing is that this change is uncomfortable for you, which most of the time you will have a rejection feeling, and you're not really happy, and sometimes this may call for you to quit your job and go and look for a new job. So if you quit your job and look for a new job, it's basically change boss, change colleague, change everything, correct? So either way, you need to expect there's going to be changes in your entire operating framework that you need to adapt and also learn how to live with it. Okay, so RPM here, is this a good month to raise funding for my business? Every month also you can raise funding for your business, right? So you have a Ren Shen hour, doesn't matter the hour. Jia Xu Day Master, so it's Jia Day Master. Geng Xu month, so it's a dog month with the Jia Day Master dog Mine, okay, pretty much quite alright. So at least you are sitting on wealth. Dog doesn't have any combination with the rat. So you take a look at it, I think it's a very neutral type of month. But combination here, if you take a look at it again, e.g. direct resource and also direct wealth, quite a noble month. I would basically use the month to establish connection with people. May not be the perfect month to ask for money anyway, but so again, if you're going to do funding, right, you should be able to ask for funding any time of the day. If that is how your business model basically run. I got I here, born snake here, red month, ren day master. How's my career? Okay, so if you're born in red month, your career next year is going to be what we call grand duke. So rat meeting with a rat is called a grand duke situation. Now grand duke situation always have to do with you gaining usually unwanted attention. Okay, so a lot of people will be spending a lot of their precious time looking at what you are doing, whether you are doing big thing, small thing, relevant, irrelevant thing. They just want to take a look at what you are doing. So a lot of time, please do not overpromise. So next year is not a year for you to overpromise. So you need to lay low is just one thing of it. Proper strategy is to make sure you promise small promises and deliver on the promises. So every time you promise a small promise, you deliver, people notice that you are delivering all the promises. If you promise big thing and come short, they will notice you always promise big thing and come short. So those are strategy that you want to do. Jasper, how do we capitalize opportunistic gain in office environment? 任子 born in 甲戌 month. So you need to first identify what is the gap, and then you need to move faster than the other people. You basically need to misdirect people. All right, so you need to misdirect people and even use other people's capacity to help you gain the thing that you want to gain back to them. All right, so that is what you call capitalize. So a lot of people after a while may feel that you are using them. So that is the risk that you need to take. So again, so if you are using them, done ready, you have done whatever your gain ready, like share out the gain with the rest of the people. So everybody is involved so they don't feel too painful. Sandra, let me open up. Hey Sandra, so Ji master, right? Ping Chen. So again, it's a Rockwell structure. Ji meeting with Chen is a Rockwell structure. Okay, so Rockwell structure Chen with Zi. So again, it's a combination. So it's a combination with wealth. Rockwell structure combined with wealth. You need to be careful of spending. Right. So what challenges does it come? I don't think it's an actual challenge. So when you have wealth star with the Rockwell star together, right? The pain are really not there yet. You got money coming in, then you got money going out. It doesn't really feel pain, you see. So the problem is if you keep on spending, you see your wealth star will go away, you see. So when the wealth star go away, your capacity drop. Do you think your spending will drop? Your spending won't drop, right? So this one will become a bad habit. So this is what you do not want to build. So people with Rockwell star usually like what you call convenient, easy lifestyle. So when you have money, it's very easy to be convenient and easy, but when the money is removed, it's difficult to stay convenient and easy. So don't make spending as a habit. So that's your challenge of not building a spending habit. Daisy. Okay, so day master is yang earth. So any earth day master, you'll be seeing wealth star. So don't really need to be too difficult. And yang earth horse, so it's going to be old. So you're sitting on a horse, Daisy. So if you have a relationship, we pay a bit of attention to the relationship. So it's going to be clashing onto your relationship palace. So 10-year libido just enter yang wood horse. So wow. So yang horse, yang wood horse, a lot of horse there. Month of birth is Geng metal with tiger. So tiger, nothing much. 7 killing. Wow. What should I look for in my career? I think career is fine. career should be all right. So Tiger is pretty much stable. Tiger doesn't really have a lot of combination with the rat. They don't cross each other path which career is fine. I will be a bit more worried about your relationship, given that you got so many horse inside your chart. So take a look at relationship, because the rat and the horse clash are very emotional, and if it's inside your relationship palace, it's going to be a very emotional relationship type of clash. So I would pay more attention to your relationship than your career. Your career is going to be fine, Daisy. And Brenda over here. So what we have here, let's have a look. 丁巳 day pillar, 丙戌 month. So it's a dog month. Been a turbulent month in November. Any advice for good ending for the year end for career? So again, if you look at Shyt, the dog and also the rat also doesn't really have a lot of interaction between each other. So just take a look at the energy interaction. So the dog, when you look at it, the dog is basically your hurting officer. So now, a hurting officer structured in a rock wealth month and a 7 killing month. So the 3 aggressive star is basically out. Good advice for you for career is that people in your office should stay away from your path of destruction. So I think people need to be careful of you rather than you be careful of people. You may want to put a bit of a gap between you and the people who you want to protect. You can be very fiercely protecting things that is important to you. Good luck to whoever want to be on the opposite side of you as your enemy or as your competitor. Right. So I would say that don't go overboard with being vengeful or want to take action against somebody. Just do whatever is necessary to get cleared of obstacle, and that's it. Again, year end, just clear whatever need to be cleared, and that's it. Vince. Okay, Sin Day Master, Snake month. Okay, congratulations, you just passed the most tough month. Another 4 more days to go. What is in store? So snake next year is lesser consumer. So that one is lesser consumer. The snake itself, the star that accompanies snake is actually, I would say, quite alright only. It's quite alright. It's not too bad. So next year going to be pretty much quite okay. For the month itself, right? So the challenge for the month itself is that you have your greater consumer and also your lesser consumer together. So it's going to be a bit of a spending. So spend a bit. Christmas, it's Christmas. Buy something for people. So again, right, for the next 12 years, your snake month is basically a free reign. So you should celebrate that you survive it. It's the horse turn. It's a horse turn to go through almost similar thing. JF here, 庚子 born in 丙戌. So 庚 in Shyt. So the Shyt is basically their resource star. So you take a look at it. Shyt is the resource star. So again, dog and rat, not much of a interaction. Will the job encounter huge turbulence? Nah, not really. Okay, not really a big turbulence, since you have some resource star to basically help you out with it. So again, always right, you have 7K with hurting officer. The thing that you need to be careful of is what you say to people. So hurting officer 7 killing, the problem is that cannot be challenged. So once they're challenged, once they blurt stuff out, they usually would need to fulfill it. So don't be forced to the wall by people. Okay. So what you call as they few company remove a few employee already. So if there's employee, so it is not exactly a clash for dog. So not much of a problem there. So but you still need to be careful because a 7K hurting officer is very verbal, open aggression. So please don't open a fight with your boss. That would be the best thing for you to do. Avoid open boss war. Joyce Gui, born in April. Pink Dragon year, how to recover from financial challenge. We need to know what financial challenge you are in. Different financial challenge got different recovery. I think first of all, anyway, seeing a lot of water, if you take a look at that, first thing is that sort out your friend first. So a lot of the problem may be bring on by your friends. Try not to be overly generous. Don't be a what you call what do you call tambo and gilmere. Forgot the word already. Okay. Never mind, when I remember, I come back. Okay, Ren J here, Ren Day Master with Geng Ziman. Wow, why there are so many rock wealth? You got a lot of rock wealth structure showing up. So you got Geng Zi, so rock wealth, a lot of rock wealth star there. You take a look at this. Next is clash with your day master. So your day master is Ren Wu. So again, anything that clash with the day have to do with personal relationship. You may want to take a look at your personal relationship. Is clashing you mean that you're the initiator? So you get to make the decision whether you want to respond to the clash or you do not want to respond to the clash. It's your choice.
Guarantor.
Guarantor, Joyce. So don't be a guarantor to your friend. Okay, something that you don't want to do. Sheng, Yang Day Master, rank the Ren Day Master. Yang Red, Ren Zi. Having quite a few Rockwell star in my Bazi chart also further push by hurting officer. Which field of work more potential to be successful? When you have a lot of Rockwell star, usually public relation will be good. Okay, any guy with Rockwell star public relation would be something that is really good. As long as you're dealing with people, dealing with network, agency type of work, any type of work that basically bridging between two party, a party that has a need and a party who can fulfill the need. You are bridging these two people together, bringing them together. That's what Rockwell Star do. It's basically very simple, right? You group of people, you take a look at it. Hey, you want this, right? I know exactly, who can provide that for you. And you have a group of people who can provide things that, hey, you can provide this, right? I know exactly who need this. So if you can do this work, which is bridging people, which is agency work, so that's good for you. All right, so take a look at that. And SC, Jia Wood Day Master, Kui Yu Man. So Jia Wood with the Kui Yu. So it's gonna be direct officer. Any career challenge, Yu and Zi. Okay, so just talk about this month because the Zi you can basically talk about the entire year next year already. So Yu and Zi is a destruction relationship. So here's the thing with destruction, right? Destruction is basically completely putting something down and rebuild. Your challenge is rebuilding. Okay, a clash is two, choose one. Destruction is no choice. Okay, so no choice, you have to rebuild. The problem with destruction a lot of times is that people cannot let go. So when you cannot let go, you have a void, and you start filling the void with bad habit. Okay, the bad habit usually have to do with alcohol consumption. So if you are a drinker, or you don't know what's your limit, you better start knowing your limit. B, why everybody want to change career here? Okay, so it's a good year for career change for Jia Wood, born in Yang Wood. Wood on it, friend star. So with resource, wait, let me just scroll back to the Jia Wood. So Jia Wood is basically resource, yeah. So with resource star here, a resource star, when resource star come, when you talk about changes, actually resource star don't like changes. Resource star is a very safety type of it. They like things that is familiar. So if you take a look at it, you're like, should I go and make changes? Very unlikely you want to make changes. But here's the thing, next year is Geng Zi, metal red, right? So you are being clashed, bro. There is a 7 killing on top. So it is on the surface, it looked like you want to change, but deep down under, you don't have the guts to change. Okay? So Vince, take a look at that. Corina. Yay, Rainwater Day Master. Born in Yin Earth month. Real estate opportunity to close a deal, selling or take a partner. this sort of question usually we will use Qi to answer and not use the BaZi. So you need to take BaZi is better for longer term planning. It has a lot to do with knowledge and knowledge gap accumulation. Understanding, what is coming, and then next is ask the question, what are the things that I need to learn to go through this, or what are the action I need to put in to basically go through that. That is usually what we use BaZi for. So like, closing deal, usually we will use Qi. Qi is for topographical one single situation. It's like a battle. You go into the battlefield, right? It's just going to be that particular battle, you use Qi. So, but if you're going to look at a big conquest, then you may not want to look at Qi, you may want to look at BaZi. So that's a bit of a different if you take a look at that. Gilbert Pang. Take a look at Ji Mao. Okay, Ji Mao. Enough. Let's scroll down to the enough and take a look at it. Ji Mao Day Master career is sin high. 2020 is going to affect your career. So pretty much quite okay. My water star is basically well star. So you're going to get more work. So your challenge is that converting the more work to money. If you are a pure employee in an office job whereby your salary is really fixed, then not really a good news to have too much well star. Your productivity will go up, your work volume will go up, but because of the work structured, your salary is going to be fixed. But if you are in sales or you are in more commission-based type of work, then it is good. Well star is basically good for that. Okay, so Chow. Look at that, Chow. Red horse clash affect a party that is having horse in day, hour, and luck pillar. Ooh. So day is going to be a relationship. Hour, if you have children, then you'll be affecting your children. You're going to be affecting your your investment. Your entire internal thinking pattern is very internal. It's basically going to be flipped upside down. Now it's depending how well you control internal. Some people are really good at controlling external, some people are really good at controlling internal. So you need to know which type of fella you are. So basically there's going to be a lot of change in the way you think, the way you function internally. Externally, people may not see it, you see. So it can be something that is basically well hidden inside. So you need to take a look at that. May need to be a bit careful with depression, depending on how much earth you have inside your chart. Okay. Susan, let's take a look at Susan. Right. Jia Shen, monkey sitting 7K. Jiu Rooster month. So you're going to Rooster month outlook for career next year. Couple with a year of last year, couple of years being very difficult. So Rooster, is it difficult last few years? Pretty much quite okay, because it's only the dog year which you have a half. Then you have a Grand Duke. Last year mean the pig year is pretty much quite neutral. If you put me next year is a rat. So again, rat and also Rooster, you have a destruction relationship. So you may need to go through a reboot or a rebuild inside your career. So there are certain part of your career whereby you may need to what we call do a restart, or you need to do a rebuild on it. So those are one that you want to take a look at it. So overall, we say that is a year bad or not? Nah, I don't think so. As long as you can let go certain thing and start rebuilding. Irene. So your month and also your day and also your hour also is going to be Wu Horse, right? Year was Wu Dragon. The horse clash is very terrible. Can I overcome focus on the dragon? Yes, right. So now when you're dealing with BaZi, right, the easiest thing for you to do is to focus on the pillar that is safe. So you have 4 pillars, and if the rest of the pillar is basically moving, is unstable, right? Focus on the one that is stable. So you see, like dragon is a 3 harmony combination with the rat. So if you put yourself on the dragon, so what you have is that you're going to have a lot of support on the external side. Please concentrate on expanding your network, concentrate on getting better network, right? So always remember, right, any clash that you have which is coming from anyone is a 1 year thing, and it's usually only 2 months which is giving you the problem. Like it's going to be the red month, and also it's going to be the horse month. It's only the 2 months that is basically going to give you a bit of an issue. So you just have to avoid these 2 months, you see. So the rest of the month are basically quite okay, right? So just strategize over the months, right? So that's the thing. So be careful of your work. So again, it is going to clash your year and relationship, with your subordinate. So if you're going to be a boss, then it's going to be a bit challenging, because the month is your management. So let's say that you really run the business, right? The month is going to be changed in management style. The hour is going to be changed in staffing. So it's going to be a lot of change inside your business. Fanny. Okay, Fanny, right? So day master is Wuxi, born in Gengwu. Wow, suddenly got so many horse coming in. And Jiazi ye Wu. Okay. May I know what challenge we anticipate? So you're going to have a clash between your year and also your work. So this one usually is public do not agree with the thing that you are doing. Okay, public don't agree with your work. So what you need to do right now is that your work and also your social need to be separated. Do not bring your work to your social ground. Do not bring your social to your work ground. That will be the first thing that you want to do. Anyhow, again, it is going to be the year coming in to clash. So there is going to be one component that you cannot control. A clash is always externally coming in, so that's why a lot of time you need to handle the clash. So that's what you're going to do. So I think it's quite okay because what is clashing in is basically a well star. So it's well star clashing in is quite okay, which means that you're going to be more busy. Your normal relaxed job is going to become more hectic. All right? So you're going to hate it. CC. Okay, let's have a look at what CC has. Oh, suddenly all the horse come in already. So, GF Day Master, born in horse year, and month is ox. So understand that this is harm next year, is red year, clash with horse, any impact on the career. So, ox is pretty much quite good. So you're born in ox month. Ox is pretty much quite good. When you are hurt, when you are clashing in the year, it does depend on what you are doing. So if what you are doing have to do with reputation, so you are a public figure, the clash of the year would be a bit more painful. Okay, so that one is going to be a bit more painful. Other than that, if you are a business person, clash on the year is basically your market is unstable. That will cause cash flow problem. So if you're not a business owner, it's fine. Normal one is basically, you would have a lot of disagreement between you and also the people around you. So you need to manage those disagreements. Okay, your career basically fine, is combined anyway. So it's a combined usually good. Brenda again. So again you have here 丁斯丙戌man. No, it's repeat. Alright, it's repeat. You'll be doing RPM here. Will you be doing a 2020 prediction too? If you want a 2020 prediction, you can actually just go to my blog. So my blog there, I've already done about 3-day master, and the one under Qimen also is basically running right now. So go and visit my blog, Kevin Chan BaZi. So just go and Google that, and you should be able to find the 2020 prediction for all the day master coming out. The one for the year has already been done already. It has been published already. Just go and take a look at that. Irene, Monday, why are these all repeat? Okay, a lot of them is repeat. Roselle. Okay, so how about business for Geng Metal born in Geng Monkey? Okay, let me just go to Geng, take a look at that. So what's the interaction? So monkey and rat is a combine. So business-wise should be quite okay. So the thing that you need to be careful of though is that water is basically your hurting officer. So if you take a look at that, water is hurting officer. So if you are concentrating on branding or getting attention for your business, basically market expansion is fine. But hurting officer, you will always have a litigation connotation to it. So be very careful with trademark. Be very careful with intellectual property type of thing when you are doing your market expansion. Vince, what is store for Jia horse hour? Yin rooster man, Sin day master. So just concentrate on the horse. If the horse is inside your hour, just be careful of your investment decision. Okay, so hour is always have to do with your internal decision. Manfred, Ren Chen Day Master, career pillar is think good. Good is pretty much quite good in 2020. A lot of nice star accompanying it. So I don't think career got much of a problem. So again, the goat and the rat doesn't really have a lot of interaction, so it's going to be fine. So you're going to take a look at that. So Ren Zi, so it's Rock Wealth Star coming in. So Rock Wealth Star coming in, be careful of spending. That would be one thing that you will be careful of. Larissa, have a look at that. Wu Shen, okay. So Shen and Zi is a combination, right? Larissa is single. If single, it may be a good slide of a good news for you if you are single. Okay. So Jia Ziman. Okay, so you're gonna have a man of Jia Zi. So wow, a bit of mix Jia Zi man if you take a look at it. So just gonna take a look at your career outlook now. So Zi with Zi is always Grand Duke. So now your challenge is gonna be your Jia and the Geng. Geng is basically cashing your Jia. So on the surface, there may be some removal of authority from you. And at the bottom there, because of the Grand Duke, right? So a lot of people may be paying attention to it. Overall, if you're going to say that, is this going to be a challenging month? It's going to be challenging year because a lot of people is looking at you and how you interact or respond to it. So make sure that you are given a good response. Basically, stay cool, right? Stay cool with the situation. Surface level removal are usually not permanent. Marilyn, what advice to give to someone born in Good Wei Day? Good Wei Day. Okay, and Red Ziman with regard to business partnership. So again, if your month is Zi, is basically it's a Grand Duke. We don't have a day master there, Marilyn, so I don't know what Zi is basically doing. So again, Grand Duke always is intensify the entire situation. So a lot of people paying attention to you. So Grand Duke, very easy to get famous, but just try to get famous for the wrong reason. Alright, we've got JF here. Last question, and timing is just right. Fu Yin next year. Fu Yin means same. So it's Geng Zi is called Fu Yin. Okay. What should a person be careful of? Fu Yin, usually you need to be careful of emotional issue. So here's the thing, Fu Yin is like your car hitting a turbo, but you don't know how to control the car. So that is going to be your Fu Yin. So a lot of people do not know how to handle doubling of a situation, and that is going to go into resentment. After the doubling is done, it's going to go into resentment. It's like, you hit the turbo, really fast, doesn't know how to take the corner, and then, you just skidded your car off the thing. So, and then you regret totaling your car. So, there are no favorable, unfavorable element. We have already, thrown away that theory a very long time ago now. Whether favorable or unfavorable, I tell you, you need to keep your job, get the things done, learn how to use, whether favorable or unfavorable, learn how to use the element. Favorable, no fun. Favorable doesn't really matter to us most of the time. Alright, guys, so take care. So next month we're gonna have your Ox month. So it's gonna be the last month of the year. So we're gonna have that done, right? So thank you very much for everybody for joining and viewing this. So again, go and do some spending for yourself. Go and get yourself some cufflinks. So have fun, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care.